A lot of people are going to say, I should hold this like brass knuckles between my fingers so that it doesn't move. You can do that, but how are you in the parking lot? Parking lot, you're going to put the key in this way and turn it, right? This should be sufficient. Hold it, be strong. You shouldn't be able to move easily, and you just start sewing the bad guy up. And here's why I want you to be able to do this technique. So Vicky's getting ready to get in her car. I sneak up behind, and what part of her body do you think I'm going to grab if I'm a bad guy? Somebody might say the neck. What else? I'm going to grab her by the hair. Why her hair? Because I can control her. If I grab her by the neck, maybe like this, I can control her also. But it's about dominance and power with men. They want to grab it, they want to snatch it to the ground. Does that make sense? So when I grab her hair, she doesn't wait. She's got her weapon ready. She didn't know I was here. She turns and puts her head on my chest. Can I pull her hair any further? She's anchored herself to me. She's holding my back so that I can't pull away and push her this way, right? She's holding on to me. Then she starts sewing me up. I forget about this and start doing this. Now she quickly backs away. Does that make sense? All right. So again, in the event that she's not fast enough, if I grab her, I could pull her all the way down to the ground. And then she's got to fight from the ground. Does that make sense? We don't want to do that. We don't want to be on the ground. If we have to be on the ground, we're going to talk about that later. But again, I grab, she's going to turn and face, get her head on my chest. Right? By the way, I can punch somebody really well here. Here, it's not as good. I can still hurt you. But it's not as good. But she's going to start sewing me up, and I'm not going to like that. If that was a knife, I'd already be probably mortally wounded. I didn't see it coming. I didn't expect it. It hurts. What do? I start pushing away. That's my response. She quickly leaves, right? And I'm looking to see if I'm hurt. Maybe I've got a puncture wound, right? By the way, if she did penetrate the skin, my DNA is now on her car keys. They can find me later. Does that make sense? All right. Turn around. You're going to turn around. One person in front of Joel, one person in front of Alex, one person in front of Spencer. And all we're going to do is make a good handful of this hair. Now watch what happens if she tries to walk away. You walk that way. Watch what happens if she tries to hold on to this and pull and walk away. I own her. Does that make sense? What's the one direction she can easily walk? Towards me. Now she's going to put her head right there like she's going to give me a big hug. Hold my back so I can't pull away, and then she's going to start poking me with that weapon. Okay? Does that make sense? Sure. I want you to hold your hand like this. This is called a rooster spur. This is a way that we can strike people. But the bottom line is pretend you have a key. Again, I'm going to be up close to her, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then I will probably let you go because I don't want to be stabbed. Does that make sense? You guys ready? My hands are empty. What could I do ultimately? So, don't laugh. He's going to grab me by the hair. Didn't I say don't laugh? All right, he's going to simulate grabbing me by the hair. Simulate, he's pretending. Right? And then he touches, he grabs me by the hair, and then he touches. So anyway, I'm going to turn, I'm going to get to here. My foot's on the outside. What am I looking at? Oh my God. I'm not going to hit him in the groin because then he wouldn't be able to go through everybody after getting hit in the groin 15 times. He'd be unhappy. I'm going to slap his leg because it's close. And notice his head went down. Then I'm going to hit him in the throat, pop, and I'm going to push myself away. So again, he grabs me by the hair, I turn, here, leg, throat. Can we do that? Does that make sense? What if you guys miss and hit one of us in the groin? We're going to go down. That crap will work. We're asking you to nicely slap the leg. The leg is good. If you miss and you hit too high and you get us in the belly, that's good. If you hit us perfectly, we're just going to go down. Try not to do that. This is an extremely important technique, and I know you guys are like, oh, I'm the one, I'm hitting him in the groin, it's going to be so bad. Trust yourself and train, practice. First lady, we're going to pull you by the hair, you're going to turn, step to the outside, slap the leg, and then ultimately, don't forget, when I bend over, because of the strike to the groin, it's a V to the throat. By the way, what if she hits me really hard with the V to the, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to go, ha! And I'm going to step back and I'm going to be like, we're not friends anymore. Try not to chop me too hard, but the bottom line is that you should make the motion. Ready? I grab her, she turns, strikes. Oh! And then quickly leaves. It's dark, or maybe for some reason they've sprayed you with something, thrown paint in your face. There's different things that people do, mostly for terror, right? You can't see. You can always find a person's eye easily. If I'm here and I can't see, all I do is find the ear. If my hand goes to the ear, where does my thumb go? Right immediately? Right to the eye. Right? You go right up and into the eye. Now, the interesting thing about this is I'm here, I can strike, I can hit the neck, and then I just push into this eye, it will change his balance. And then I can leave. Does that make sense? All right. Thank you, sir. All right, who wants to be my volunteer so I can poke you in the eye? Oh, come on. You're like, we don't trust you that much, it's my eye. All right. So here's the trick. All right, just try to relax. This won't hurt long. All right, here's the thing. I'm not really going to poke her in the eye, but how uncomfortable does it get the closer my finger gets to her eye? Hold on, just calm, focus. Nobody wants you to touch their eye. The minute she finds my ear and the thumb goes there and she pushes, I'm going to be fighting her off like I'm being stung by bees. Does that make sense? All right, so guys, really, this will work, especially if you've hit them in the groin, you hit them in the throat, and they didn't necessarily move. Jam that thumb into the eye, they will start moving backwards. It's stun and run. It might not hurt them bad. It might not kill them. It gives you a second. This is probably one of the worst positions you can be in because you can't use your legs. See how her legs are kind of out of the fight? There's no way to real kick him. She can't turn her hips very well, so even if she were to punch, she's punching up without shoulders and hips. It's not going to be effective. He's punching in a downward direction, which gives him a lot of advantage. And she can't easily escape. Does that make sense? All right. So Alex is going to get in the mounted position, both these on the ground, right? And he's going to basically try to control her. She's going to do the best thing that she can do. In this case, we call it the arm, trap, and roll, or bridging. Now, by the way, wrestlers do this all the time. Jiu-jitsu people do this all the time. This is a primary escape technique. So again, he's trying to hold her down. She ultimately grabs an arm, grabs a leg, she bridges her hips up, then she rolls him over, and now she's in a top position. Now, he can use his legs because you can see that they are not trapped under her body. And he can punch a little bit, but she's got the advantage. She can push down on his abs with her hands, and ultimately, she can start working towards escape. We're not going to do the next move yet. Let's see that again. I think you can put her head towards the crowd so you can see kind of how this looks. Alex gets on top. This is called the mount position. Alex could be thinking about, let's just say he's strangling her. He's got his hands around her throat. Right? By the way, sometimes young sons think about this. Let me strangle my mom or my dad for all the bad stuff they make me do, right? So anyways, Alex is he's a sweet boy, so he's probably not going to do that. All right, so you're in a very bad situation. She's going to control the arms because she doesn't want him to post. She's going to get her leg wrapped around one of his feet. So she's got an arm, she's got a leg. Now, she gets her hips all the way up using her glute muscles, and she starts rolling to the side, which knocks him off. And if he's well trained, he might lock his ankles. Most people are not. His ankle will be up. She strikes to the groin, and then steps up, walks away. Who thinks they can do that? Who wants to see it in full speed? All right, in full speed.
Does he knock me down too?
We're going to start here so we won't need the simulated punch to the face. The bottom line is somehow you're on the bottom. All right, he goes to strangle, go. Strike and escape. Bam. All right, not too bad. Pretty cool, right? She wakes up, and I am in this position. And she's stripped from the waist down. I mean, this is a sexual assault position. Does that make sense? So the first thing is if we freak out and we panic, because we're going to be mad, we're going to be scared, this is the worst possible thing for most women ever. you might not think clearly. So again, we want to think, what can I do? The first thing is, she wants to wrap her legs around my body and pull me in. And you're thinking, that doesn't make sense. But now she can control me. So she's going to use her legs to pull me forward just as she throws her elbow towards my face. So she pulls me forward, bop, right? Then she's going to grab the back of my head with her hand and hit me with the other elbow. Bop. I'm not going to want that. I'm going to try to push away. She lets go, puts both feet on my chest, kicks as hard as she can, right? She gets up quickly, and that's how she's going to ultimately start to escape. Now, there's a special way we like to do that. If I'm on the ground and I kick somebody away, I can either roll backwards, which is a technique, or we can do what's called a tactical stand. All that doesn't really matter. You can just scramble, but you get up with your hands up in an intelligent way rather than moving towards the person. Does that make sense? All right. So, okay. All right. By the way, as crazy as it may sound, there are men raping men now. You might be a guy and you might wake up and be like, holy cow, what is this? Again, control the hands, control the body. Pull him in, hit him with the elbow. Hit him with the other elbow. When he doesn't like it, he'll start pushing away. Feet on the chest, big kick, and then get up as best as you can. Who thinks they can do it? The trick isn't so much, can you do it, because I know you can. The real trick is, what's your capacity for this training? Some of you aren't willing to put a key in someone's eye. It's uncomfortable, it's icky, it's gross. If this is one of those things that it's a little weird for me, can you get past that to get the value of the training? If I'm here, can I just elbow him from here? I can't even punch him from here unless I really sit up, and even then, he's in a good position. I want to clear these hands, clear. Then I want to grab the head. He's close enough to do that now. And as I'm pulling him, I use my legs too. Bah! Right? You guys see how I can pull him forward, push him away? So I'm going to pull him forward, hit him a couple times, maybe the other side, right? Until he doesn't want it anymore. Then he's going to try to push away. When he pushes away, I kick him. And that's when I start to get up. By the way, what are we going to do once we're up?
Run away.
Get help. Go get help. Hopefully someone is there to help you get out as soon as you can. And hopefully you marked the guy, right? Hopefully you marked him and he's holding his face, right? Hopefully you've hit him hard enough. Same technique. I'm here. She grabs me with her legs. Now, couldn't she just stick me with that thing?
No.
Sure. Couldn't she use her legs and pull me forward like she did last time? Couldn't she stick me now or cut me?
Yes.
So the real question is where is this? If it's in her pants behind, or maybe on her leg in a pocket or something, maybe it's a pocket knife, maybe it's just a pen that she had in her pocket, right? She's got to decide, can she get to it? So if I'm here and she can get to it, I would grab that. It's way better than her trying to make the elbow work. I'm going to see that and I'm going to be like, whoa, you know? I don't want to be stabbed to death. Does that make sense? So the knife or the uwara, or even if you could get to your pepper spray, if it's in your pocket or on your keys, or just your keys, right? If I've got Alex in this position, let's say these are my keys, by the way. I clear him and I hold him. Couldn't I stick him in the neck about 25 times, hold him here, right? And then he pushes up. I push away, and then I'm ready to fight him with the keys if I had to, and I get away. So having another weapon, something. How about my cell phone? Could I hit him with that? So in the ground position, there's some things that we just have to be able to do. What's one thing we have to be able to do when we're on the ground? Cover. What if we don't cover? Once we wake up, he's liable to hit us and we'll be hurt or even unconscious, right? Cover. Then arm trap and roll bridge. Now you're on the top, strike and escape. Once you get to the top, you're in a better position. Wouldn't you agree? All right. Now again, you find yourself on your back. You know, he's in the sexual assault position. You might think, well, couldn't I just kick him then? You might. But I would say control him, hit him a couple times so he wants to get away. Right? We don't want to let him get into this, well, I'm more powerful than you wrestling match. You want to hurt him fast, make space, and get up and leave. Does that make sense? Any questions on something? All right, what about scenarios? I meant to tell you this in the beginning. Be thinking about, what if he does this to me? I want to walk through those scenarios with you. Who had something like, ooh, what if a guy does this? Raise your hand, anybody. Any other scenarios?
Bear hug.
All right, guy kind of, maybe he's just messing around and he grabs you from behind, right? Right, he grabs you like this and he's just grabbing you, right? What do we do? What would be reasonable to do?
Are you dropping your weight?
I like that. She says, let's drop our weight. That's pretty good.
Pop them in the face with your head.
Maybe maybe I'm just messing around, right? And I'm just like, oh, I got you. You can't do anything. Should she break my nose and throw her head back? Maybe we don't want to do that with a friend that's just messing around. But if you are afraid, throw the head back. That will hurt. She said, drop the weight. Watch what happens when I'm here. And the minute I grab, she drops her, the person drops her weight. I don't really have it. That makes sense. All right. So thank you. So I'll show you. I'm using Joel because he's a bit taller than me, and probably you'll have the advantage of being the shorter person if you're being grabbed from behind. In this case, I'm slightly shorter, so he's got me, right? He's got me, and I'm like, I can't really escape. Now what?
I'll grab his
Hey, run. By the way, I don't want to do this for real, but imagine I would grab a whole handful of his pocket, but not his pocket. Does that make sense? He will probably be like, whoa, right? He will probably let you go immediately. So first thing is I can't do that from here. I gotta move to the side. There's a strike. Okay? Then I go here and, oh look, this looks familiar. Bam, 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 bam. See how I stepped right behind? All right, let's do that again. What's step one? What do I do?
Step to the side.
I like that. What's step two? Strike to the groin. What's step three? Step behind. Step four. Strike the groin. Step five.
Neck. Eyes.
Can we do that? Do it with your friend. Gently.